Agenda for this live stream is pretty simple. I need to finish off the Google spreadsheet which I was preparing for MSQE previous year question paper analysis. So I need to form that raw data set, and I have already completed till 2012. So I need to cover 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. So we have 8 papers. So my agenda would be, let's try to finish off all these 8 papers in this live stream itself. So how I plan to do is that, as it's a weekend, so I do not have that much of a constraint on time as such, but I would still like to give myself a kind of leeway that even if I'm not able to complete it, it's okay. But I will try to complete this analysis, not analysis, but the raw data formation today itself in this live stream itself, because I have been putting this on the back burner for a long amount of time now, and it's high time I complete it because MSQE exam is very near. So how I would do it is I would keep on doing it, and that this will be live because that creates a kind of a discipline for me. And in the meantime, if you guys have any questions, I will answer to your queries. But yes, the resolution to your queries won't be that quick, or I mean, how do I put it, swift. It would take some amount of time because I would be switching back and forth from the raw data set formation and checking your queries. So yes, so this is what I would do. Let's just start. I'll just start sharing my screen, and then we will start it. Let me just do it. Yeah. Okay, so if you guys have any trouble in listening to me or watching my screen, you can put it in the chat window and I will look at it. So 2013, what's the question paper? This is the paper. So the first is your functions. Now in this live stream, you won't be able to see my face because that creates a kind of added workload on me to manage my video setting and all. So I don't want to put myself to that situation. Functions. Next question is from limiting value, so it's from limits. Let me check how many limits do we have. Okay, we have a lot of limits. It's fine. Next is from your algebraic optimization. Now this is your value of p, and it's binomial distribution. So where to put it? I should probably put it in distributions if I have a distribution. Yeah, we have a distribution, and this is in statistics. Now expectation is in your let's see if I have expectation separately. Yeah, we have separately. Then we have, do we have moments also separately? Let me just check. Moment. Oh, we have moments also. So let me put the earlier one in moments, because this is expectation x to the power 100. So that is better in moments, not expectation. Moments. Now question number 6, a quadratic equation. That's maths. Then 7 is your again functions. Yeah, function. No, it's not function actually. It's kind of quadratic equation only. So I'll put it in quadratic equation because I might solve this question in one of my videos, because this is a very standard question which kind of is not very simple, but it's not really difficult as well. So let me put it in quadratic equation. So we have two quadratic equation questions. Now toss a coin. What is the number of cases where head to the number of tail? So let me put it in. I can put it in distribution also as well as probability, but I will put it in probability. That will be much better. Yeah, and probability will be in maths. I have a separate section for statistics. So probability I'm excluding from statistics because in till class 11 12 we do not read statistics, probability in statistics, but we read it in maths. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that is why I'm doing it like that. Now comes yes, and if other people are wondering that where can they find this data set, this Google sheet, so I have repeated a lot of times that I will be sharing this the moment I complete it. So we have started year number 2013, we will go till year 2020, and then I will share it. And I plan to do it by today itself because I have been putting this, I mean, I am trying to do it soon, but I don't know. Let me just see. Next is your real roots minimum number. I'll put it in polynomial. If we have a cubic, do we have a cubic? No, we don't have cubic. So polynomial, yeah. And polynomial will be in maths. Now you have a differentiable function fxy. So let me put it in functions only. Then you have largest integer function. So obviously this is in function, but you are integrating it as well. So I will put it in integration. Sorry. Okay, integration. Then you have binomial expansion. Then you have algebraic optimization. Now we will, this is your functions and it is checking the differentiability. So it is limits continuity and differentiability. Next is your integration. One second. Multi control F. We don't have calculus. Multivariate differentiation. Do we have multivariate integration? Multivariate differentiation. We do not have multivariate integration. Now this I will put in multivariate integration. This is okay. 15 is multivariate integration. Multivariate Integration. Yet. Differentiation, differentiation, integration. Fine. Next is your sequence and series. Yeah. Next is limits. Then you have, I will put it in binomial expansion. Yeah. Then you have matrix. Then you have 2n plus 1, product is maximum, algebraic optimization. Then you have sequence and series. Then this is maxima, minima. I will put it in. Let's see if we have maxima, minima separately or optimization. Okay, we do not have a maxima here. Let's check it one more. Maxima, I do not have. Fine. So we will be putting it in optimization. Now my voice could be dropping a bit because I'm not speaking everything. I'm like muttering the words. But yes, if any one of you guys have any queries, then I will be checking the chat and then answering to your queries. So that at that time, my voice will be back with its normal pitch and modulation. Now we have probability. Now we have logarithms or log. Then we have integration. Yeah. Have we written differential equation? Let me just check. Differential equation. No, we haven't written that. Control F. No, we haven't written differential equation. I'm thinking of putting this in differential equation. But integration is also fine with it. So I'll put 25 in integration only. The reason I'm putting this live and making it transparent is because a lot of times I'm categorizing the questions with a bit of subjectivity. So you might not be having that same opinion. You might classify a few questions in a different category. So if you have access to the question paper and how I have categorized the questions, then you probably could change the raw data set as per your liking and have your own analysis done. So that is the single most reason why this is live and why I am not doing it offline, because I want you to understand how I am categorizing a question, so that at any point of time you might change that categorization on your own, or else you will not have any clue as to how to change the raw data set to reflect your own opinion or your own subjectivity. So that is the reason I have kept this transparent and public and live, because I don't want this raw data set to be having my own bias. But yes, as I have given a lot of, rather, as I've taken a lot of exams, I do have a bias which is beneficial for a lot of you. So I want to have that bias produce some good result. So any point of time, if you feel my bias is not the right bias, it is not as per your alignment of the preparation, then you can change the raw data set entry. So where were we? We were at question number 25. Now we'll go to question number 26. In question number 26, it's a problem of linear programming problem, or LPP. So LPP, have written LPP? Yeah, we have written LPP. How many questions of LPP? Let's check. LPP. Okay, there are 8 questions on LPP. Fine. Now we go to 27. This is a matrix question. I'll write it in matrix. Then you have P and C. P and C means permutation and combination. You have n observations, mean deviation. So this is in your statistics, but where should I put it? Let me check what options do I have in statistics. Filter, layer, statistics. So in statistics we have PDF. Okay, we have mean, variance, etc. So I will put it in mean, variance, etc. Yeah, fine. Let me clear the filter, select all. Okay. What was that? Control F. We need to copy this. Control C. Z. Control F. Mean. C. Then the last question in PEA is on regression. So let me just write regression. What's the problem? Oh yeah, linear regression. So we have completed 2013's PEA. Now we will move to PEB. PEB means micro and macro for your 2013 question paper. An agent earns wage this, he has a utility. Now agent faces a constant rate of interest. Find out the level of saving while young. Okay, it's a young and old concept. So it's intertemporal question. And this is micro. The next question is you have a city and a number of fast food stalls selling masala dosa. There's a marginal cost, and at most this much of quantity can be sold. How much does vendor want to sell? Okay, this looks like a perfect competition. Great. So this is a perfect competition question with a market entry exit scenario. So where should I classify this? Which things we have in microeconomics? Let's just think. Filter, clear, micro. In micro we have market entry equilibrium. Then we just have market entry. We do not have perfect competition, so I will put it in market entry equilibrium. Yeah, select all. Next question is, firm is deciding to hire a worker for a day. Daily wage is given. Worker can be used to produce two intermediate inputs, produce final one, then it produce 10. So that's a production function question. Yeah, I will put it either in labor supply or production, but I will put it in production because we have a production function over here. Yeah, so I'll put it in production. Then you have a monopolist, so you'll obviously put it in monopoly. Then you have production function, demand for labor, demand for capital. Obviously, it's a production function question. So I'll just copy it from here. Technological progress, labor requirement, simple Keynesian model, employment, output, equilibrium, Keynesian model. Okay, so where should we put this? So I would rather put it in simple Keynesian model. That probably would be a better deal because I don't know which category I should put it in. And this is macroeconomics. Then you have positive investment multiplier, open economy, simple Keynesian model, So obviously I will put this in your simplification model. Then comes here, consumer consumes two good, x1 x2 utility function, income elasticity. So this is a uh, question on utility and type of goods. So I can put it in the elasticity of goods, normal goods and all, but I will put it in utility function only. Now you have a consumer, you have a market demand, then you have money income, price effect. Okay, this is income and substitution effect. So have I made that classification earlier? Control F, subs in, yeah, we have that. Good. Just copy it completely. Control C. Then you have solo model. Okay. So 2013 is complete. So that is why I am doing this, because I can finish off 1 year in quite good amount of time. We have all, I mean, it's not even 45 minutes and we, not even half an hour, it's around 35 minutes or so, and we have completed the first year. Now we'll move to the next year. But at this speed, it will take 4 hours. I don't know if I'll be able to sit 4 hours, but let's just see. Now I will start with 2014. 2014. First question is your question on function. Let me put function. Then you have integration. By the way, ISI Kolkata has a cultural fest which is known as integration. Just in case if you did not know. Then you have you have a function and they're trying to give you a function derivative. Where should I put it? Function or differentiation? I should put it in differentiation. That will be better. Then you have population of a city, probability. Proportion, what do you mean? Okay. Then again you have a probability question on 5. Then you have a question on P special. This definitely is a matrix question, so I'll put it in matrix. Then you have P and C. Then you have, I would put it in quadratic equation or polynomial. So let me put it in polynomial. Now next we will have, okay, this is a classic LPP problem, linear programming problem. So question number 9 goes to LPP. Then you have expectation. Okay, this is statistics. Then you have question on PDF, and they are asking you realized value of x greater than 1. So I'll put it in PDF CDF. Yeah. Now we have integration as well as summation. But if you look at it carefully, this is more of a question on sequence and series and not integration. So I'll put it in sequence and series. Then you have inequalities, and they are asking which system has a solution. So where should I put it? Do I have equation? This has to be put in. Where should I put? I can think of it as an LPP problem as well. Inequality also. So let me think if I have inequality. Okay. Control F. Whoa, we have inequality. Maths inequality. Then we have a probability. Then again you have a probability question. Then this is a classic question of sequence and series. This definitely is a very boring task, but I want to do it because the result of it can be used for analysis. Now that analysis is pretty critical and important for a lot of aspirants, and that is why I am doing it, because we have been covering a lot of content for the MSQE exam itself. Now this is your limit as well as integration. I will put it in limits. No, I will put it in integration. No, limits. That will be better. Then you have a polynomial, but if asking your maxima, minima question, so I will put it in optimization. Okay, this is a classic binomial problem, so I'll put it binomial expansion. Then we have sequence and series in 20th. Then you have a good question. Let's read this question, or else this task will become too boring for me. In period 1, a chicken gives birth to 2 chickens. Great. So there are 3 chickens after period 1. Sorry for I'm yawning. It's too early in the morning. In period 2, each chicken born in period 1 either gives birth to 2 chickens or does not give birth to any chicken. If a chicken does not give birth to any chicken in a period, it does not give birth in any other subsequent periods. Very simple. So either it's a productive chicken or an unproductive chicken. Now continuing in this manner, in period k plus 1 a chicken born. Now this is a classic case of Markov chain question if I'm not wrong, but this does not need to be solved using a Markov chain. I mean, you can solve this using simple I mean logical interpretation of the situation. So I would rather put it in sequence and series. Okay. Hmm. Then you have determinant question. Yeah, I'll put it in determinant only. Again, we have a polynomial question. Sequence and series. Again, P and C, permutation and combination. Random variable, probability that mean is less than this, uniform distribution. So I will put it in PDF and CDF. Statistics. Then you have question on function. Then again a question on function. Then you have a limit question. Then you have differentiability and continuity. So we finished the PEA part of 2014. So we'll move to the PEB part now. PEB part means microeconomics and macroeconomics for 2014. The first question is, you have a firm that can sell in the domestic market where it is a monopolist and or in the export market. So I will actually put it in monopoly because that will be easier for us. This is a microeconomics questions. Next question is, now this is a good question. This is a question utility, but this is your satiation, or how do you put it? Uh, Bliss point. Yeah, this is a question of bliss point utility. You see, so I'll put it in bliss point. Have we not made a classification like that earlier? Control F, bliss. Okay, we have one question of bliss point already. So it has a bliss point question, and then again it is a monopoly question. So to A to B. So I will again write a monopoly thing here. Monopoly. See, this raw data set is not based on the uh, proportion of weightage given to the question, but different kinds of questions. So it may happen that you have 10 questions of a type and the weightage is equal to one question, but the thing is we are just trying to find out the question types, because the problem here is we do not need to be 100% thorough with which question will come. We have to be thorough with what are the various types of questions which are generally asked. So for that question type categorization, only this kind of raw data is needed. That is why we just are counting the number of questions of type. We are not calculating the percentage of marks given to that question. Now we have a cinema hall, we have a demand, we have non-students, we have students. So this is called discrimination, right? One second, how have we put it? Price discrimination, yeah. Then we have a question. We have 11 traders and 6 identical and indivisible chickens. Then you have utility function. Now this is a general equilibrium question. Yeah. So I will put it in general equilibrium. I mean, I can also put it in some other category, but let's put it in general equilibrium. F. Oh, we haven't made that. Do we have Edgeworth box? Yeah. So I'll put in Edgeworth box. Then you have a monopolist and you have a production function. So I will put monopoly or production function. I'll put in production function. Then you have demand, you have two firms. Reaction. Okay, this is your oligopoly. Have we made that earlier? Oligo. Okay, we have oligopoly. Oligopoly essentially is your Stackelberg, Cournot, Stackelberg, Cournot, and Bertrand type of questions. Then you have a subsidy, indifference curves. Yeah, I mean, where should I categorize this? Okay, we have to see what are the things which we have. We have budget constraint, and then do we have indifference curves? We do not have. So let's put in budget constraint. Great. Then again you have monopoly. Then you have production function and fixed level of employment, output, evolution of capital stock. So let me use this for your solo swan growth model. ISLM. Now you have y is equal to c plus I plus g. Okay, this is intertemporal situation. Yeah. So we have completed 2014 as well. Now we will move to 2015. This is a question on function And sorry, this is a question on limits, not function. My bad. Then you have a continuity and differentiability scenario. Then you again have that same scenario. Okay, this is Venn diagram question. Question number 4. I will probably need to get a bottle of water for me because I'm kind of feeling bored. You can ask your question, people, if you have any, because I'm kind of feeling bored now. So I need to get some motivation to keep on doing this because I have to finish it till 2015. Where were we? Okay, this is a matrix question. Then you have logarithm. Then you have function. Yep. Then again you have function. So 8, 9 have the same categorization. Now 2015 is the first year in which I gave this exam, MSQE. You have sum of two positive integers is 100. The minimum value of the sum of the reciprocals is. This is algebraic optimization. So let me just get a bottle of water and then I will keep on doing this. So we have reached till 2015 and this is, let me just write the question number or else I'll get lost. This question number is 10 number. Yeah. So this is question number 10. I'll just get a bottle of water and be back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I took a bit longer time because I was trying to get some other things as well as done in the same time. Anyway, just give me a moment. I'll reshare the screen. Okay, so we are at question. We have completed till question number 10 of 2015 of PEA. So this mic is getting, yeah. Okay, let me have a sip of water. Now we move to question number 11. Question number 11 is on functions. Then your 12 is on sequence and series as well as function. I will put it in function itself. Then 13 is differentiability. Yeah, but it's in differentiation, not differentiability. I'll put it in differentiation. Yeah, continuity and differentiability. Then 14 is your quadratic equation. It's a quadratic function. Mm, yeah, I'll have to put it in. I can either put it in polynomial or functions or differentiation. Let me put it in. This can be solved using your mean value theorem. That is what I feel. Yeah. Sequence and series. PNC. Then 17 number is your integration. Yeah. 18 number is your optimization. Yep, optimization. 19 number is your again optimization. Yep. The thing here is that there are a lot of overlap between your linear programming problem and optimization. This is a classic case of constraint optimization, and a lot of constraint optimization problem are also classified as linear programming problem. So let's see if I have written a constraint optimization thing over here already. Constraint. No, I haven't. So I'll put it in optimization only. Then 20th number is again you have to find a maximum. No. Yeah. So okay, maximum optimization. Then you have probability in 21 number. Twenty-second is again I'll put it in probability. 23rd you have, this is a statistics question on mean, variance, and etc. things. So this is mean, etc. Statistics. Then 24 is your moments question. Twenty-five is again mean, variance, things like those. Twenty-six you have Pooja and Priya. Now probability. Obviously, this is a probability question. Then again you have a probability question in 27. In 28 again you have a probability question. Then 29 this is correlation. Yeah. Let's see. Then 30th is, oh yes, this is a good question. This is your train arrival question. Control F. Oh yeah. Train arrival probability. Now we have PEB Economics Micro and Macro of 2015. First question is in your utility. Utility and yes, utility only. Then you have a question on monopoly. Yeah, I'll put it in monopoly. Then you have a question on circumference of a circle proportion. Okay, let's just read this question because this requires a bit of understanding. Borders of a state coincide with the circumference of a circle of radius r, and its population is distributed uniformly within its borders, so that the proportion of the population living within some region of B is simply the proportion of the state's total landmass contained in that region, with total population normalized to 1. Now this is a pretty standard way of solving a lot of economics problems. So once you land into a master's program, be it an IS, IDS or IGIDR, a lot of your study would be on research papers, and a lot of research papers have this approach. They normalize the population to 1. Now why 1? Because a lot of calculation becomes easier, and you can also normalize it to 100 if you feel so, but it hardly gives you a different qualitative experience. We have the same analysis. For any resident of B, the cost of traveling a distance D is KD, where K is a positive constant. Every resident of B is endowed with an income of 10, which means they have an income of 10 which they have by some means. They have inherited it or they have in their pockets. Now and is willing to spend up to this amount to consume 1 unit of good G, which is imported from outside the state at zero transportation cost, which means G is not produced inside, but it is just consumed without any transportation cost. Now it could have other costs as well. The finance minister of B has imposed an entry tax at the rate 100t% on shipments of G. Now what does 100t means here? Do they have given T? No, they will introduce T later. 100t% on shipments of G. So T could be, or let's say 0.2 or 0.3. So if T is 0.3, it's like 30% on shipments of G brought into B. Thus, a unit of G costs P1 plus T. As I said, if the tax is 0.3, so 1.3, 30% more of P inside the borders of B, but can be purchased for just P outside. Now this is definitely reasonable. P1 plus T is less than 10, which means to say that even after the tax incidence, everyone can consume 1 unit of G because they have an endowment of 10, and P into 1 plus T is less than 10. Now, individual residents of B have to decide whether to travel beyond its borders to consume the good or to purchase it inside the state. So, this is a classic case of optimization where there are two things which are related to each other. So, if they have to travel a lot, there's a cost. You can see that there's a traveling cost here. Cost of traveling is KD. But if they travel outside the state border, they can consume it in a lesser price. So they have a saving of P times T. Now P times T is the savings and K times D is the cost. Individuals can travel anywhere to shop and consume but have to return to their place of origin afterwards. So obviously that cost which I told you KD is not the real cost. You have to also return back, which means add one more twice of this because you have to move from your location to outside then come back. So 2 times KD is your cost and P times T is your savings. So they are asking find the proportion of the population of B which will evade the entry tax by shopping outside the state. Now till A part, this is not an economics question, more it is like a mathematical question and a question on logic. So I will not put A into your economics category. I'll look at the next stage. Find the social welfare maximizing tax rate. Find the social welfare. Now this is giving you a sense of utility optimization. Also find the necessary and sufficient conditions for it to be identical to the revenue maximizing tax rate. So I feel I could put it in social choice or social welfare functions. That will be a better say, or just I will put it in, where should I put it? I have not till now made any welfare question categorization. Do I have that? Let me just check. No, I don't have any welfare. Social, I don't have any social. Okay, so let me put it in social choice or welfare functions. I'm not sure. I'll put it in social choice. Rather put it in welfare because you might be confused with social choice. So let's say welfare only. Welfare. Welfare. Yes, but just welfare. Nothing more than that. There are two firms. Then Kurno oligopoly. Then you have two types of worker, male and female. So essentially you have two types of labor supply. So firm is a monopolist as well as monopsonist. Fine. So I can put it in either labor supply or monopoly. I'll put it in labor supply. Then you have a question on household sector is labor supplies. Then so I would rather put it towards utility, but this is more like a macro question and less like a micro question. So I'll put it in y equal to c plus I plus d because we are using this equation over here. Now you have solo growth model. Let's just write that down. Then you again have solo growth model. Okay, we have finished off 2015 as well. So we will start 2016 now. So the 2016 paper, okay, yeah. Yeah, this is PA. What is this? This is a polynomial. My attention is getting a bit lost. Yeah, this is a quite mundane task, so your attention, you require a good meditative mind to do this kind of task for a long amount of time, or you quickly lose interest. Let me just see if I have any doubts or queries. Yes, Himanshu, I will attach in the description. But yes, I'm not sure if I'll be able to complete it today, but that is my main agenda, to complete it today. So whenever I'm done, main question is whenever I'm done with this analysis, I will be uploading it, uh, rather I would be attaching the link to the Google Sheet on the description of this video and other videos as well, because I have made a lot of live videos in which I have put in my raw data input here and there. So all the videos in which I have made this kind of this kind of raw data entry, I will attach the Google Sheet link. But yes, it will take some amount of time. Next question is on your differentiability. Then you have mean variance. Then you have binomial expansion. Then you have probability. Then you have integration. Then you have continuity and differentiability. Regression. Optimization. Function. Then you have PDF and they want your expectation. So I can put it in expectation as well as PDF. I'll put it in expectation. This is a inequality if we have something like that. System of linear equations has a non-zero solution. This I will put it in matrix because there is a matrix way of solving linear equations. Okay, so I'll put it in system of linear equations. Let's see if I have written equation. System of equations. Yes, I have made that entry. Then you have continuity and differentiability, but this is more like your cumulative distribution function. Okay, F is a, sure, I can put it in PDF and CDF. That will be much better. Okay, this is optimization. I have not separated the constraint and unconstrained optimization, but you can do that as well. But I think of the constraint optimization also as a similar class of problem. Then you have differentiation. Hmm. Polynomial which is quadratic, so I will put it in polynomial only, or quadratic equation. I will put quadratic polynomial in quadratic equation because that will be easier to prepare. Then you have probability question again. Okay, again you have optimization. differentiation. Next is there's a bag and you have a probability question. Differentiation. Then you have a n cross n matrix and you want to find the determinant, so I will put it in determinants. Then 24th question says that you have x1 plus x2 plus x3 is 10. So what is the number of non-negative integer solutions of the equation? So I'll put it in number theory. Then your integration. Optimization. So optimization contains a lot of things. So there are essentially similar to optimization. What all do we have? We have single variable unconstrained optimization. We have single variable constraint optimization. We have multivariate optimization unconstrained. We have constrained multivariate optimization. We have linear programming problem, and then we have algebraic optimization. So these are the kinds of optimization questions which you have. But when I say optimization, it is excluding a linear programming problem and algebraic optimization. So essentially in our raw data we have optimization, we have algebraic optimization, and we have linear programming problem or LPP. So these are three categorization of optimization which we have done. So optimization is a separate category and algebraic optimization is separate and LPP is separate in our raw data set. Just to give you a heads up on that. Now we have probability question. Yep. Juhaib Rashid Banglu is asking, can I prepare for DSC and ISI same time? Of course, Juhaib, you can prepare for DSC and ISI at the same time because there are a lot of similarities. And yes, for DSC you need to prepare econometrics questions separately. That is something which is not asked in ISI, and in DSC there are few questions on set theory, on real analysis, which are not part of ISI syllabus. So DSC has a bit of extra syllabus than ISI, so you can prepare for both DSC and ISI and just give in a bit of more input for DSC. That will do the job for you. So where were we? We were at 27. Now 28 is three married couples sit down at a round table. Probability. Okay. Then 29 is your question on function. And 30th is a question on algebraic optimization. So this way we completed 2016 as well. So now we have 4 years left. So we have completed 4 years in how much time? Let's just check the time. So in 1 hour 30 minutes we have completed 4 years. 13, 14, 12 half, 13, 14 and 15 and 16. Right. So now we have to complete 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's see how fast we can do that. Oh, sorry, 2016 was not over. My bad. Oh, we have just completed the maths part of 2016. I forgot. We also have the PEB part of 2016. Oh, that's why I was thinking, how can we complete so soon? We have the PEB part left. And yes, rest assured, I have not skipped any of the years like this. You can check it later. So this is what PEB part is of 2016. So I will write 2016 here because we are not through. So the first question is about two goods, two individuals. Their utility function is given, and you need to find out the Pareto optimal outcomes. So I will categorize this in Edgeworth box question. Now you have a monopoly. Then you have I will put it in budget constraint or utility. I will put it in utility. Now you have a monopoly, so obviously put it in monopoly. Then you have solo, 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 solo. Let's have solo. Then you have aggregate supply curve. Mm, then this probably is a question on, I would put it in Phillips curve category. So let's just write Phillips curve. Have we made that category already? Let's just check. Control F. No, we haven't. So I'll put it in Phillips curve. Let me just see if this Phillips curve thing is right or not. Phillips curve. Yeah, this is Phillips curve only. Then it's about utility, intertemporal. Then question number 8 is about Pareto optimality, cake cutting altruistic. So I'll put it in Pareto optimality. Okay, there's someone at the door. I'll have to get that. So I'll be back in some time. Give me couple of moments. Okay, so I'm back. I had to get the door. Okay, just a minute. Fine. Now let's just go to the sheet and start sharing the screen. Yeah, we were at we were categorizing this question. So I'll put it in Pareto optimality. Next question is about production function. Then you have ISLM. You can either put it in ISLM or y is equal to c plus I plus g, and I would rather prefer to put it in y is equal to where should I put it? I'll put it in c ISLM only. Okay, now we have truly completed 2016. Yeah, so this was 2016, PEA and PEB both. We will start 2017 now. 16 gone. Let's go to 2017. So in 2017, they gave you PEA mathematics, 30 questions, functions. Next question is, you have a box, so obviously probability. But just a minute, I need to verify something over here. They have given 2017 here and then 2017 again. So are they the same paper? Let's check once again. Aha, so that is your sample paper. Okay, so in 2017 we have two papers. One is, this is your sample paper and this is your actual paper. The thing here is, okay, they have given you one, no. The thing over here is, in 2017 the pattern had changed. So if you look at the pattern, let me just look at the sample paper. So in 2017 even the PEB part was objective. I mean, till 2016 the PEB part was subjective, but in 2017 it had changed to objective. So that is why they have given a sample paper over here and this is the actual paper. Yeah, so we need to categorize both these papers. So what we can do is, uh, we can write 2017 as sample 2017 and 2017. Let me just see what they have done for 2018. For 2018 you just have one question paper. Okay, so what I will do is, I will categorize 2017 as the actual paper as 2017 and the mock as sample 2017. That would be great. So I have started with the samples, so I will write sample 2017 for this. Sample 2017. Next is your probability question. Then this is your number theory question. Then you have a limit question. Then again a number theory question. Let me maximize it a bit. Yeah. Now what I have done this. Oh, this is 17. Why is it doing like this? Okay. Yeah, this is better. Then you have a probability in 6. Then you have number of solutions to this equation. So I can put it in quadratic equation or functions. So I will put it in quadratic equation. Yeah. Then you have polynomial, and this is actually not polynomial, this is rather a algebraic optimization exercise. Okay, probability. Then you have minimum value. This is up. Okay, this is a simple optimization, single variable optimization, unconstrained. Then you have a function and you have to differentiate it. Then probability. Why is it doing like that? Then you have PNC in 13 number, coaching. In 14 number you have okay, this is quasi concave, convexity concavity. This is the first time this has appeared probably. Let me check if I have made that category earlier as well. Convex, no. Concave, no. So I'll need to create this categorization. Concavity and convexity. This is a very important topic which probably had bothered me a lot during preparation days. Now, okay, in the previous question, is it homothetic or homogeneous? Okay, so have I made this categorization? Homogeneous functions, yeah, I have made that. So I will use that. Then you have player 1, player 2, expected amount after playing 10 rounds of this game. So I can think of it as probability question or expectation. I'll think of it as expectation and I'll put it in statistics. Then you have continuity and differentiability. Number theory. Probability. Function. Linear transformation. So I can put it in function only. 21. This is a question on your distributions. 22nd. This is your matrix 23rd. 24th is probability. Twenty-fifth is your differentiation. Yeah. Let me see if I have some queries coming for me. Okay, we do not have any queries, so I'll keep on doing what I'm doing. Now, where was I? 25th. 26th is your probability again. So I'll just copy paste from here and yeah, Control C, Control V. 27 is your question on function and more so about differentiation. Twenty-eight is your PDF, CDF, PDF, CDF, PDF, CDF, PDF, CDF, PDF, CDF. Control Z, C, Control V. Then probability in 29. And the 30th is your function, simple function. So copy paste from here and we are done. So now we will start the PEB part. So this is the first thing about PEB for sample 2017 that we have shifted to objective. So this is the first objective PEB part or the first objective economics for MSQE. So this is why they had given a sample paper which was different than the actual previous year question paper, because generally what happens is the sample paper which they upload is essentially the question paper of the previous year. So this is the sample paper, which means this was not asked in any of the exam. This was just for sample purposes. So what is the normal wage? This obviously is your where do I put it? Supply schedule. I think it's better to be put in Phillips curve. That will be ideal. Then you have supply and demand shocks. Again, I'll put it in Phillips curve. See, the thing is, whenever I'm putting Phillips curve, see, my macroeconomics of your MSQ preparation days was solely driven by micro and maths. And my microeconomics, still I need to read a bit of macroeconomics. So whenever I'm putting Phillips curve, just think about it that it is neither your, it's somewhere around your supply function, supply shock, demand shock, and all those things in general category. So don't think of Phillips curve as restricted to only the Phillips curve which you have seen. Anything related to Phillips curve is Phillips curve. Just wanted to make this categorization. Anything related to Phillips curve is Phillips curve. Not exactly the curve, but anything related to Phillips curve. Then this is your ISLM. Question number 3 is ISLM. Now you'll see that as we have moved from subjective to objective economics, there will be a lot of more weightage given to macroeconomics. You can see that. Then you have Solo. But if you look at the subjective problems of previous years, the same subjective problems are transformed to become objective. That happens in a lot of exams. A lot of exams gives you the subjective question, objective questions, and they both are like modified version of each other. Money multiplier, reserve deposit ratio. So this is more like banking, right? So I will put, let's see if I put something called banking category. Banking, yeah, banking principles. I have made one. Then you have ISLM. Again ISLM. This is again ISLM. Okay, solo. Now this is your simple Keynesian. Yeah, simple Keynesian. Okay. So I'll put it in. So question number 11 to 14 have a similar flavor. And there's a capital stock, long run. So let me just look at 11 to 14. Where should I categorize it? This is very similar to your solo swan model. Same principle, same method can be used to solve this question also. So this is not actually solo swan model, but if you have read solo growth model, this can be done easily as well. So 11 to 14 have the same flavor, so we'll move to 15 now. It's Mundell-Fleming model. Yeah. Then you have utility function. Substitution. Utility. Period 1. Period 2. Intertemporal. Then you have long run supply, long run demand, subsidy, excess demand. So I will write it in equilibrium. Do we have anything called equilibrium? Let's just see. Market entry. We have not made any equilibrium categorization, but hmm, hmm. I can put it in market entry equilibrium. That will be a better way because it encompasses a lot of things. Then you have Cobb-Douglas production function. Yeah, I'll put it in production and cost functions. Again, you have Cobb-Douglas. Again, same categorization. Then you have a supply curve, variable cost. Okay, we can, this perfectly can be put into market entry equilibrium. You have a demand, zero marginal cost, fixed cost. Yeah, I'll put it in monopoly. Price discriminating monopolist is also a monopoly question. 25. Okay, this is oligopoly. Certain island. I can put it in either Edgeworth box. Yeah, Edgeworth box. Kabir's utility is this. Okay, okay. Again, this can be put into your welfare function. Okay, let me just write welfare. $28. Airport, number of planes, damages done. Okay, this can be either thought of as welfare or externality. Okay, okay, let's, I mean, have we put externality anywhere till now? Control F. No, so externality does not make good sense over here. Let's put in welfare itself. A lot of categorization is not meant to be exact, but a means to have a better preparation strategy. You have utility, you have public good. I can think of Pareto optimal or welfare, or I can think of as public goods. Do we have public goods over here? Let's just look at that. No, we do not have. So I'll again put it in welfare. See, welfare can have social choice as well, right? The last question over here is on utility function, Akshay utility function, Edgeworth box. This is a direct question, Edgeworth box. So we have completed sample 2017. So now we'll move to the actual 2017. Just go away. This is your actual 2017. First question is from, okay, this is your linear algebra and dimension of space spanned by vectors. So I will need to make a new categorization for this, I guess. Let me just check. Control F. Independent vectors. Yeah. If I make that categorization, things will be taken care of. Because if you're reading independent vectors, automatically you will also read dimension of space spanned by the vectors. So this is something which you need to take in mind, that there's a bit of linear algebra component over here. So this comes in the DAC preparation part. So if you're preparing for DAC, this will be taken care of. Now, how many onto functions? Now, obviously, this is a question on functions. Now, you can also think of it as PNC question, but I would rather put it in functions. Yeah, you can either think of 2 as permutation combination question, but I'll put it in functions. Third is your, okay, we have a concavity question here. Homogeneous function. Then this is the statistics. I'll take a sip of water now and see if we have questions coming. No, we do not have any questions. Again, we have a similar question to 5. So I'll put the same categorization. 7 is your optimization. This is very similar to your LPP problem, but I will put it in optimization. I can put it in LPP as well. Where should I put it? That is the question. Let me put in optimization. LPP has to be very obvious. Then only I'll put in LPP. Then you have system of equations. Yeah. PNC. Then you have probability. Again, you have probability. This is your density function of this is PDF. Yeah, so I will put a density function generally means cumulative density function or CDF, not PDF. They have to specifically mention that it is PDF. Yeah, so I will put it in CDF. Okay, we have a PDF and CDF categorization itself, so there's no problem with that. PNC 13. Then 14 is your system of equation. Fifteen is your probability. Yeah. Sixteen, eight. Uh, yeah, probabilities. So let me just copy it. 17 is your concavity, convexity. Yeah. Eighteen is sequence and series. 19 is your concavity, convexity. Yeah. Sorry. This is differentiability also. So I'll just put it in continuity and uh, continuity and differentiability. Then this is your function. Limits. 20 is your limit, not function. Then, okay, so 21 is directly your function, but it's also giving you concavity, convexity, differentiability. So I'll put 21 into categorization of just functions. 22nd is your optimization. 23rd, again probability. Now we move to 24th. Okay, 24th is the same question, so we will not categorize it again. We have already made this point. 25 is your function and differentiation limit. Okay. 26 is inequality. 27 is integration. 28 is a system of equation. 29 is concavity, convexity. 30th is integration. So we have completed the maths part or the PEA part of 2017. Now we will move to the PEB part, the objective economics part. Okay, this is the PEB part. First is a question based on utility and Pareto optimality. So I will label it into Pareto optimality. Next is your perfect competition, monopoly, price, production and cost function. Okay. I will put it into market entry equilibrium because this fits into that scheme of things. Yeah. Have I made a surplus? Let me just see. Surplus? No, I have not. Deadweight loss? I have not. So market entry only. Yeah. Okay. Control on. Then you have a monopoly. Yeah. Refer to previous, so we will not refer. That's the same question. We will not categorize as well. Which was that? That was fourth. Move to fifth. Fifth is this. Utility function given by this probability monetary damage. What should we do about this? This is uncertainty. Okay. This is more sort of a maths question. I'll put it in utility function only. See, I can put it into many categories like uncertainty, your scenario based question, like state of the world question. So I will put it into utility. That would make more sense because the similar set of calculations will be needed for this as well. So I will put it in utility because this is an expected utility kind of a function, kind of a question. Yeah, can I write expected utility? Let me just check if I've written that. Expected. No, I have not written that. So I'll just write utility function. That is the best thing for now. Okay, I have to also change the font. Why I'm using Arial? Let me first change the font. No need to. Yeah. Then center this. Yeah, it's fine for me now. Yeah, now it's perfecto. Question number 6 is like it's intertemporal. You don't even have to think about it. This is looking very small, so I'll have to expand it a bit. Slightly. Over here. Yeah, this is better. Question number 7 is on I'll put it into macro general. Whichever category I'm not sure, I'll put into macro and general because there are a lot of topics in macroeconomics which I really do not know which category to put in. 8 is your monopoly. Yeah. Yes. What happened? Okay. Skip. Yeah. Nine is let's see where I can put it. This is actually bundling of goods. Have I written bundling of goods? No. One way what we can do over here is price discrimination. That will be better. Ten, you have Bishal and Julie. And what they have, okay, oligopoly. Next three questions are based on y is equal to c plus I plus g. So just look at it. They have modified the subjective into three objectives, 11, 12, 13. So we'll not go to 12 and 13, we'll just directly go to 14. 14 is ISLM. 15 is the consider ISLM BP model. So I will also put it in ISLM. Why should I categorize it separately? Solo. 16 is solo. What about 17? This is Ramsey model. Okay, we have a Ramsey model over here. So I will put it separately over here. See, I have categorized everything in a very right way in micro, but in macro, things could be a bit off. Because macroeconomics is not everyone's forte. Plus, it's very controversial as well. In micro, you do not have any controversy, but in macro, everybody has their own set of assumptions. So these models, macroeconomic models, don't have that much of significance if you look at the real world perspective. They are controversial by their nature. Oh, what happened? Oh, at which number I was at 19, so I have to look at 20th. 20th and 21st are same question. You have utility, pollution, people in certain city. Again, welfare. I have to put it in welfare. This is micro. Let's copy the years. So we'll move to 22nd now. 22nd is production and cost function. Twenty-third is again production and cost function. Oh, sorry, extremely sorry. 24 public good, non-revenue. Okay, we again have to put it in welfare. So welfare encompasses social choice theory, public good, private good, externality, and all that jazz. B. What is B? Cost, production. Yeah, I will put it in production and cost form. Yeah. 26 is a new Keynesian model. Mhm. I'll write ASAD. I have not categorized ASAD till now, but ASAD comes from your ISLM as well. So again, if I just write ISLM, this will be encompassing this. I'll put ISLM over here. Okay, this is your. Okay, this is your that famous Trinity. I mean, what is that impossible Trinity? What do we call that? Impossible Trinity. So it was given by Mundell or Fleming, something like that. I don't remember who was the guy. Trilemma. Yeah, this was given by Fleming and Mundell. So this must be part of the Mundell-Fleming model. Like second, one second. Mundell-Fleming model. Is it related to also known as ISLM-BP model? Okay, okay. There was an ISLM-BP. So, hmm. Let me put it in ISLM as well, and let me not put it separately. Yeah. So, but yeah, do remember that impossible trinity is a good objective question topic. So I'll just show you the impossible trinity example. So impossible trinity is like this. You're looking at this diagram. This diagram has like three choices. You can either have free capital, fixed exchange rate, so automatically your monetary policy is out of your control. You can either have fixed exchange rate and monetary policy, so your capital flow is your out of control. And then if you take capital flow and monetary policy, then your exchange rate is out of control. So the impossible trinity goes on to say that you have a trilemma, which means you can either be at this side or this side or this side. You cannot choose all the three together. That's the whole idea over here. So I hope you will read this. Let me do one thing. Let me just Control C and paste it in the chat. Control V and pin it. This is something which you should read. Impossible Trinity. This is part of the ISLM or the Mundell-Fleming model. One second. Let me see where I have written that Mundell-Fleming. Okay, only one place. So I'll change it to ISLM. ISLM. So over here we have done 27. Now in 28 we have Edgeworth box. '29, same previous question, not referring to it. 30th, previous question, not referring to it. So we have completed 2017. Now we will move to 2018. Let's do it. Where is 2018? So 2018 has separate PA, PB. Let's look at. Okay. So this is PEA. This is not the actual paper 2018. Yeah, because in 2018 we had different paper for maths and different paper for economics. This is economics, economics. And system linear equations. How come? Okay, so this is not the actual 2018 paper. This is the sample paper provided by them, because I have given the 2018. The 2018 was similar to 2017 format. So what I can do is, if I have the question paper with me, physical question paper, I will have to punch in the entry by looking at the actual question paper. Oh, yes. So for 2018, what I will do is, first I will take the sample paper over here and do the entry, and then I'll have to look at the actual 2018 paper which I had, because in 2019 the format again got changed. That is why they have given the sample paper in 2018. Hmm. Yeah, that's the problem over here. So this paper in 2018 is not really actual paper. This is a sample paper. Yeah. Okay, this is like, but as far as I remember, this is containing half of the questions of 28 actual questions. Yeah, so putting the sample paper in the raw data set is not advisable. So what I will do is, for this part, the PEA part, which is 30 questions objective, this is perfectly not right to put it in this way. What I will do is, I will check the actual paper which I have, and then I'll put the data from this part, the PEB part. This is a sample paper, so then I will put this sample paper in the 1920. So I had planned to complete this by today, but I guess I need a bit of clarification over here. So what I will do is, I will check the physical question paper which I have with me as of now or not. Then by that I will have to do a bit of harmonization of the data. So I thought that I will be able to complete it in the list live stream all only, but I will need more time. I need to look at the question paper, because I am feeling a bit of I am feeling that there's a bit of discrepancy over here. So let me just verify that what is the reason for this discrepancy, and then we will complete the 2018, 19, 23 years. So we are leaving the 3-year papers. So now, if you guys have any question, I will look at your questions, or else I will end the live stream. So Debashish Banerjee is saying that get it from ISI Cal website. Let me just look at ISI Cal website, because ISI Cal website would not have the actual papers if this website does not have, because this website has all the question papers. ISI. Okay, they have not activated their. Why? Okay, they have not activated their website as of now. One second. ISI Cal admission. Syllabus and question paper. MSQE 2018. Yeah, it's the same problem. This is not the actual paper. Even in the ISI website, they have the same problem. So I will look at the paper which I have with me, the physical paper, and only then I can punch in the data for the remaining years. So I'll have to halt it, the process, and I'll be able to finish. This does not require much time now. I would need one more session of 1.5 hour. So I'll not do that live. I will do it at my own free time, and I'll try to finish it off by this weekend or next weekend. Either ways. So if any one of you have any questions, I will answer those queries, or else I will end the live stream. It's already 2 hours and 45 minutes. I guess nobody has any questions, so I will end the live stream now. Bye bye.